item on the agenda is consider approval of the first fire department rescue squad allocations.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Elder.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
Mr. Masters.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Quayle.
Yes.
Unanimous.
The fourth item, consider approval of annual contribution of youth soccer.
Motion.
Mr. Elder.
Yes.
Mr. Quayle.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker. Yes. Mr. Masters.
Yes.
Bishop.
Yes.
Unanimous.
5, consider approval of annual request for Directory of Services ad and athlete recognition ad.
Motion.
Something we do every year.
Mr. Elder.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Quayle.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop. Yes. Mr. Masters.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Item number 6, a very important item here that we got. Consider approval of annual request to pay off detention center. Number 6, consider approval to pay off detention center up to $395,000.
That's a question on that before we vote. We just did a budget. Is the detention center payment still in that budget?
Still in the budget. It
Then
is.
if we do this, we need to amend the
Right.
budget.
That's correct. If, number one, we did agree to do this coming into the new budget,
Yeah.
which is going to save us about $20,000,
Yeah.
which is a great thing, but
We
you're
did, but
exactly
but
right.
it's still in his
When
budget.
we pay this off, though, you're right, that budget will need to be amended.
Will some money start flowing back to us after we get it paid off?
Pay the payment anymore. The payment will be gone.
I think it's-
There will be no more payment.
Budget's flowing out, Jackie.
I think it's going to a water bill.
That's hard.
That keeps us paid
Yeah.
too.
Inmates get one shower a week.
Judge, if you would make note of that, the next meeting, if Mr. Cochran could have that available, we can go ahead and vote on that as far as that transfer, so.
Motion.
Second.
This is not the cash transfer, but just to pay off the detention.
We're
Yes.
going to have to transfer to the detention center to pay off, so we'll either do the regular payment amount now, or we do it because the payment is due.
Yeah, we're going to pay off the full amount.
Full amount.
That's what the motion is for. It's for the full,
About the full amount,
Payment of the-
$395,000.
that's correct.
Yes.
Mr. Elder.
Yes.
Mr. Quayle. Yes. Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
Unanimous.
You go with
I'd
that,
say
Judge?
the Barry Brady will be happy, well, should be.
He's gonna come back out of his budget.
Everything's straightened out.
Item number 7, or number 8, open bids for tractor and boom mower and low boy trailer. Jimmy, you want to open these up?
Yeah.
Low boy trailer, that's for the low boy trailer. We got no bids for the low boy trailer.
Over there.
Can we buy one now, since we didn't get no bids?
No, you have to advertise again. Yeah, has to go
It's under
through.
20,000, you can't.
Can you get one for under 20,000?
No bids on low boy trailer.
Yeah, so you have to bid 3 times. After the 3rd time, then is up to the discretion.
Got it.
I think it is 3.
What we got here?
The tractor and boom mower.
Boom mower tractor.
We do have some pictures of that tractor if anybody wants to take a look at them.
Let me see one of them. I'm big on tractors.
Got one bid?
One bid. Bid is $65,000.
All right.
That's the one you went and
Who's-
looked at,
That's
right?
the one we looked at.
What's the name of the company?
Kubota, I believe in it.
Well, the tractor's Kubota.
But the guy that gives us the bid is
Tri-County Enterprises.
Tri-County Enterprises.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Actually, that's, just so, you know, that's
$30,000.
I was going to say that's a
Beefed
savings
up.
of what, 30, 40?
It needs to be beefed up, don't it?
Yeah.
We'd like to be able to go up to that amount, but we think we might be able to do a little bit of,
Okay. Well, let me make the,
And that's not getting it transported up here, right?
Yeah.
So I've talked to some people getting it up here.
motion, well, let me amend my motion to purchase from Tri-County. Also to approve, along with that, to approve the up to $5,000 additional cost, which would cover the
freight. It should
Should
cover
cover
what
the
do you
freight
think it was?
and the
Done and
tire.
done.
Yeah, so up an
Orlando.
additional $5,000 of expenditure to have it road ready.
$65,000 purchase price.
If we can do better, we will, you know.
$65,000 on purchase price, up to $5,000.
Would you all like to see that?
Like a tractor, no, they don't need the paper down there.
Mr.
Kubota is sexy. Yes.
Put the envelope.
Yes.
Mr. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Bishop,
Thank you, Jim.
Mr. Masters,
Yes,
unanimous.
We're in pretty bad need of that. That one we got's about had it, ain't it, Jim? Item number 9 is to open bids for a remount trailer. Robbie, you wanna?
Thank you.
Looks like we got,
Thank you, Jimmy. Earl? Thank y'all.
sorry, yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Earl.
Number 9 there. Remount ambulance.
To remount, man.
The remount ambulance bid, yeah.
This is just for the remount, not the chassis?
Yeah, this is, yeah, new
It's
chassis.
the chassis and remount the box.
Completely, yeah, completely done. Let's see,
Might be on the back there, yeah.
open it up, we can see who it is.
Hold your breath.
Select Tech. Out of Shelbyville, Tennessee. Right here with the North Pole. Remount, $152,431.
What is that saving in comparison to just purchasing a totally,
That brand new is about 230. So. there's
About 80,000.
About $80,000.
What chassis is that?
It's gonna go on, the chassis is the same.
I mean,
It's a Freightliner chassis, M2
Freightliner.
chassis, Cummins 6.7. And a, yeah, it's with a Allison transmission.
good first bid.
152.
a little quicker?
152.
Who's this from, Rob?
Southeast.
Southeast, Chair.
Emergency vehicle.
Where they at?
Out of Corbin.
Corbin, Kentucky. Excuse me.
Let's see. Their price is $164,746.
Same unit, or do you know?
It's exactly, it's supposed, according to the bid specs, it should be exactly the same.
We had this in our budget, correct?
Yes.
Motion to approve with the purchase with the final approval of the EMS director and the county judge.
Is that delivered to us? Is that, because going to get the other one, you're gonna have a little cost in that too.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I'd say for that price, they'd probably deliver it.
That's what I feel like, but
I'll be honest with you, in a way, I almost send go get them. That way I can
Inspect
drive
them.
If there's a problem, call and say, hey, this ain't gonna work.
It's not that, how far is it to,
Corbin, one in Tennessee is just below Nashville. I mean,
Okay.
it's not,
yeah, it's not.
not that far.
Yeah.
Well, however you want. Motion to approve with the, again, that's with your approval and then the final approval of the judge.
Mr. Elder,
Yes.
Mr. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Bishop, Mr. Wicker, Mr. Masters.
Yes.
Unanimous.
More bids, don't do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, God.
Open bids for resurfacing roads, noted on the list. Jimmy?
Oh, I bet we got multiple bids on that, didn't we?
I'd say a bunch.
A bunch, yeah.
It's gonna take every bit of 28 seconds.
Like we got one bid.
Oh, surprise.
One bid.
What's this, one road, all road?
think it's 4 on there that we bid,
Those are the large roads, the larger,
Yeah.
West Finley Ridge. They bid at 82,390. Highview Road, 60,200. Fisher Creek Road, 73,640. Arthur Manley, 57,400.
How much, 67 or 57?
57.
57. I'm going too fast.
No, keep going.
Burke Springs, 57,750. That's an 1.5 inch overlay of what's there.
How does that
What do they
compare to
normally
what you would do them for?
It's, we're pretty close on some of them, and, there's 2 that I believe I'll have to look, but I believe that, he's a lot cheaper. Y'all got
To
your,
review
So
it.
the other roads you're gonna do yourself?
we priced this, it had to be over 800 ton per road.
Oh.
He can do it, you know, for a sale price, so these little jobs, we're gonna do them ourselves. I mean,
Good.
he can't go out there and take 10 people.
Still gonna take a big load off you though.
Yeah,
Yes,
so, I mean,
yeah.
this is going, if we get this approved, this is gonna help us tremendously. It's gonna be,
Motion to approve.
Do you want to compare the, before you make
we
Well,
did
here's,
compare how much, I mean, we need to put the pencil to it, we didn't get there till today,
Here's,
so.
here's the bottom line. We can go ahead and approve it, but at the same time, Judge and Mr. Rakes, you guys compare it and make the final decision.
you think it's pretty much,
I mean, we can't do them for that, you know. One road was like $1,800 more, and, that ain't us overtime to eat that up. We can lay this stuff, I got it somewhere, I gave it to y'all, $68.25 a ton. Well, that's no overtime, you know.
That's correct.
towns or nothing?
Yeah. Y'all look at them, some of them is, I'm gonna believe, it's gonna surprise you.
Bid then.
Yeah, would you guys go along with the motion to approve and then let Jimmy and the judge review it, the cost, and move from there?
Second.
Is that all right?
Appreciate it.
Jim?
Thank you, Mr. Rakes. Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Master?
Yes.
Mr. Quayle?
Is that the last bid?
That's the last bid.
Thank goodness. Lord have mercy.
Item number 11, consider approval of non-public student transportation contract for fiscal year 2017-18.
Motion,
Second.
Mr. Masters?
yes.
Mr. Quayle?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker? Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Item number 12, consider approval of renewal of community education program facility agreement. That's the
Building back here?
building back here, the old shop building.
Motion. Second.
Mr. Masters?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Quayle?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Masters? Elder?
Yes.
Item number 13, department reports. Jimmy, you did put a report in here, so.
We got the new dump truck and everything in. Thing looks good. Me and the judge have been talking about changing the oil in the sheriff's department and jail. And as we do that, I asked him if we could get a lift. We need a lift.
There used to be a lift out there, my understanding years.
Used to be a lift out there.
Big up.
Gonna pay for the
It
lift.
was old and it got gone.
You got it gone.
Well, I mean, it was in the floor, you know.
Yeah.
It was a hydraulic, yeah.
But anyway, a lift, you can't get a lift just to pick up cars and ambulances together. They don't make them. You either gotta get one or the other. So we can get a lift to pick up 10,000 pounds, which the jail has got 2 or 3 big trucks, you know, it'll pick them up for about $3,500. If we're going to go into this and start doing it, we're going to need a lift to work on this stuff.
Well, is that something, we got time to do all this and,
Yeah, that's what I was.
you know, we want to save money, granted, but we got to have time to do all
I mean,
this.
it ain't gonna be like they can pull in there and say, hey, I need an oil change. They're gonna or two and we can get it done, you know?
So who's gonna?
Well, let me ask you
who's
this.
gonna pay for the lift?
But I don't know who's gonna pay.
I would take it that obviously the county pay for the lift.
We don't have-
But here's the bottom line, I mean, it's mesh Wicker getting to. We do want to save money, and I think it's a good idea, but I guess the bottom line is it going to take away from, because I know we're already working on the EMS units.
Well,
Like I say, if they ain't no hurry, I think we'll be okay.
Well, let me say this, Jimmy, as a little observation. You just got through talking about let somebody else block up these roads and help you out a bunch. And then the next thing you say is just buy a lift, start changing oil.
Well,
So wait a
the
minute.
reason that is because they hit right at people's vacation times. I mean, we got people, it's hard for them to let people off during the summertime because that's when people are taking vacation. It puts him at this will take the strain off of that, but we'll use the lift for other, we're already doing the EMS vehicles now, and it's a lot of savings that we're saving a lot of money.
I don't have a problem, I don't have a problem with the lift, I just wondering
The
how far
lift
this is
won't
gonna
lift
go.
the EMS vehicle.
You know, I got, if they can do it and still get their work done, let's do it.
But we'll have to offset somehow, because I don't like now, they pay to have it done. So there need to be some kind of schedule.
Well, that's a
Who
good
buys the
question.
oil, who pays,
Well, and I guess
Yeah,
there's an offset there somewhere
that's a good question, yeah.
on,
Is it in your budget? Your maintenance on vehicles, or how do you typically do? See, it's a budget item on Jimmy.
Yeah, they got maintenance.
I mean, we take care of our stuff.
yeah, well, that's what I mean. But I mean, if they're gonna do it out there, then the oil, the filters, the time, there needs to be a little bit of a recoup some
Little
way.
compensation.
Yeah,
Not,
But again, we discussed it, I mean,
yeah,
like Robbie, I gotta get my vehicles in, I gotta get them out.
right,
I can't,
yeah.
well, an oil change is different than a,
kind of with it.
yeah,
We've moved around to local places, and we're at a place now, I mean, economically, I mean, it's pretty good for us. I mean,
What
we're currently doing, saving quite a bit of money, we're with it now.
What's an oil change to run for a cruiser?
I'm sorry.
What does an oil change cost for a cruiser?
Around about $32 oil change.
And that's pretty cheap.
I took the Japanese out because some of the other places are going to pick them up.
So you're satisfied with what you got now, Jimmy, or
I'm sorry.
are you satisfied with the,
I'm satisfied with it. Of course, I mean, if this is a better option for us, I'm willing to jump on board with it, but I mean, this is where we are right now.
but what concerns
That's
me
what-
is the time, if y'all are busy and they need it.
Still, it costs,
an oil change ain't something life or death. I mean, you can go over, you can go,
But I don't want to.
they can call out there. I don't think the appointment thing's gonna be difficult. I really don't. I don't, now Robbie's is a little different story because he's usually, it's pretty serious, repair that does take a little time, but an oil change is not something that, I asked Jimmy before we even talked about doing this, and he didn't think it'd put him in I don't want to overload them by any means. That's
Let
not
me ask you this, let's look at the actual savings. So it costs you about $32, let's say, for a cruiser to get their oil changed. Let's say 35, okay? So $35, if you were to do it, of course, we can cover the labor. We've got individuals there. But what would the materials cost to, how many quarts of oil do you use in a cruiser?
6 quarts.
I
What are we
think,
gonna save, $10 a cruiser,
Probably,
$20 a cruiser? I don't know.
that's what I say, if we're not gonna save.
well, I think the issue here is maybe getting away from, I've never seen a garage in my life or a shop without a lift. So I don't have a problem with the lift. Now, we can get the lift and then we can decide whether we're gonna
Do
make
it or
a,
not.
Well, I understand, but what will that lift be used for other than those cruisers? Because you can't put an EMS unit, you can't put a garbage truck on it, you can't put a dump truck on it.
No, none of our
The
county.
only reason we would need the lift is for,
Something like
is
that.
for the vehicles. But I guess my only question, and I think it's a good idea, and I appreciate Jimmy willing to do it. If it saves money, I appreciate you looking at, Judge, that's a great thing. You're always looking at ways to save money in regards to, operations. But I guess my real question is that what would it really save us? If the lift's gonna be $3,500, $3,500, if we save $10 an oil change, You know, it's gonna take a whole lot of oil changes to.
Well, 350.
Yeah, thank you very much. But that's what I'm saying, so I guess that's what I'm looking at, is it, you know, but anyway, it's no big deal. I don't think it'll hurt us.
Needs looking into, but that don't have to be
What's the
decided.
ambulance weigh? As far as, what's a fully loaded?
Between 14, 16,000.
That's what I was saying, I figured it was.
What's a
close to
dump truck
15.
weigh?
About that.
And a garbage truck weighs
None of
more,
them
right?
would,
None of them going is 10,000 pounds.
yeah, none of those will go on that, but even the bigger you can't really use for the regular vehicles.
Something you don't think about.
You know, while we're on this though, Judge, while we're discussing this and we're talking about that, because I think it's good we look at those things and so forth, we had discussed this, the court, we had discussed this many years ago, and to bring it back up.
Many years ago?
Many, several. But anyhow, is, you know, our current facility we have out there, okay, obviously we're, you know, we're getting a lot done, okay? We're doing a lot more than we ever have, okay? And it's a tribute to yourself and to the the employees. We had talked about a new facility right across in that open lot, and I'd like to know what the court thinks about just looking into a new facility that has, for example, the lifts as well as the pits, which I think would be designed much more for what we have today than what we had 25, 30 years ago or 40 years ago when that building was built. The other side of that is from a safety standpoint. You know, we have these individuals working on these vehicles. Obviously, we want to make sure they do it in as safe a manner as possible.
Correct.
So what would the court think about in looking at some type of, just looking at the cost of a structure to see if that's something we can
We can look
possibly
into it and see, you know. The other thing is, if we do, do we have any kind of use for the building we've got?
Oh, I think so,
and
storage.
stuff, yeah.
Storage or
Well, see,
whatever?
right now, I guess we have, do we have vehicles we put outside?
Yeah, oh, yeah, all of them.
All of them. So you see what I'm saying? So,
We can look into that and see what one would cost.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, good deal.
Judge, would you mind, well, I guess the road committee is
First, you'd have to,
yourself, Master Wicker, and,
You have to figure what
Mr.
you
Bishop?
needed, what size and how much, you know, it'd be a big,
well,
whole lot of
if,
options there.
if Master Wicker and Master Bishop as a road committee, along with the judge and Mr. Rakes would be willing to kind of grab that and move forward with it, I think it'd be great if you could bring it back to the court. Would you guys be willing to do that?
Be glad to.
Washington County recently put a new one in. Have you been over there to that one? It's,
I haven't seen it. Have you?
Yeah, I
Is it
went
not?
over there. Me and Keith went and looked at it.
Is this something that would fit us?
Yeah, it was really nice, wasn't it?
To have lifts in it and so forth?
Yes, it did.
Like I said, I never have seen a shop without a lift.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know, with a lot of these large vehicles, a lot of them work out of the pit, so you can actually go both ways.
Yeah.
This one probably had one when it was built, but it's been there for 40 years.
Yeah.
How old is that shop building? Anybody have any idea?
I remember when they bought the land,
I'd say
Wow.
Masher Quayle or Masher Wicker would be probably the only ones on the court that old enough to remember something like that, so, you know.
shop down here
Or
on
Masher Masterson.
Chuck Avenue down here. Trailer park.
How long do you think? I bet it's been every bit of 40 years or
In
better.
the 70s.
Yeah.
The cheese giveaway took over that, didn't it? You remember they moved that?
Judge, if you could, that'd be great.
Good deal. We
All
can do
right.
that.
Masher Bishop, Masher Wicker, thank you.
Well, Mr. Brock, what's your opinion on that one? How long that building's been out there? You've been here for a while?
I remember when they built it, it was built about 1972 or 73.
All right, that's all I was trying to find out.
What was it, the
Gosh.
45 years old.
Wow, that's amazing. How old is he?
Hey, there's three of us here.
Keith was born, Moby Dick was still a minnow.
That's pretty old there, Dad. I gotta remember that one.
The fast grower.
All right, Keith, you're next. Jimmy, thank you.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You never heard that said?
No.
Request Sharon request permission to attend
I wish she got to hear it.
emergency response meeting conference in Louisville, the middle of September, 11th through 15th. Community registration is not
Motion.
Second.
Yeah, I saw her there.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Wade?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Masters?
Yes.
Mr. Webb?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Anything else?
Thank you, Mr. Brock. That's an excellent report.
Any calls about the cardboard, just having, it's in the paper, but a lot of people didn't see it, but I had a couple calls. They are picking it up again, they just need to call down to the, Mr. Whitehouse or Brandon down to the jail, detention
Exactly.
center.
I've been
And get on a
getting,
list, because they don't have a current list, you know, they don't know who was getting it before, so if they don't come, it's because they don't know.
Well, that is kind of true, it's not. I had kind of a tentative list.
Okay.
But we don't know, we don't really know whether it's current.
Yeah.
Right, so we put that ad in the paper, and we're getting a lot of calls from people who want to be on the cardboard collection.
I've just given them Mr. Brock's home number.
Did you get your trailer?
Yes, we did, and that thing is,
I heard it's nice.
it is really a heavy duty. Everybody that's dealt with it and used it, city workers, it's like a new toy. It really works well.
Awesome.
Have you,
I'll give you a good example of what that trailer will do. I had earlier said that Boone County bought one 2 years ago, and they took a 4-day cardboard route and started picking it up in one day with that trailer. We had a call from Dollar Tree. They have a lot of corrugated down at Dollar Tree, and they had a mound of that stuff down there. They sent the inmates down there, Mark was down there, the city workers were down there. They loaded the trailer for about 2.5 hours, just with Dollar Tree cardboard, and they thought it was full with the compaction and all. We took it up to the city service center and dumped it, and it was about a third full. It really holds a lot of trouble. It's going to be slick.
It is a lot.
have
That's
you
awesome.
heard anything about the Riley gravel switch project on the road?
What?
The road out there, the tire deal?
The state,
Tire it, the blacktop, rubberized it.
yes.
They haven't noticed that yet. I mean, I think we're right there at the top. Could be some politics involved too. I'm not into that. It's very
Critical to Master Wicker. He's been working that area really hard.
They said we're ready to do this.
That's correct.
It's
Thank you, Keith.
thought I had a bridge out, but evidently.
Somebody said you had one out on Silver Springs Road.
Well, Mr. Farmer thought it went out. I don't know what he was,
Is that what he's here for?
I don't know what he was drinking or whatever, I don't know.
One other side note about the recycling thing, I put it in there that I did final stamp report. It was Monday, and it was accepted the state fine. The new building facility, met the match, we're good shape on the grant. I think the state official coming down right now, August 8th, Wednesday, August 2nd, whatever day it is, August 8th, to look over the facility, and we're going to sit and polish it, clean it up, and any magistrates or anybody will like to come up that day. And we'll be up there operating later and showing them around. They're really interested in seeing what we got.
That's August
We have
8th.
hot dogs and cokes and stuff.
What time? Do you know? Or
I don't know, I have to let you know.
yeah, if you'd let us know, it'd be great. Thank you.
It'll be the first meeting in August.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.